ISO 3103 is a standard published by the International Organization for Standardization, commonly referred to as ISO, specifying a standardized method for brewing tea, possibly sampled by the standardized methods described in ISO 1839. It was originally laid down in 1980 as BS 6008:1980 by the British Standards Institution. It was produced by ISO Technical Committee 34, Food Products, Subcommittee 8, Tea. The abstract states the following. The method consists in extracting of soluble substances in dried tea leaf, contained in a porcelain or earthenware pot, by means of freshly boiling water, pouring of the liquor into a white porcelain or earthenware bowl, examination of the organoleptic properties of the infused leaf, and of the liquor with or without milk, or both. This standard is not meant to define the proper method for brewing tea intended for general consumption, but rather to document a tea brewing procedure where meaningful sensory comparisons can be made. An example of such a test would be a taste test to establish which blend of teas to choose for a particular brand or basic label in order to maintain a consistent tasting brewed drink from harvest to harvest. A revised standard is currently under development as ISO/NP 3103. The work was the winner of the periodic Ig Nobel Prize for Literature in 1999. To maintain consistent results, the following are recommendations given by the standard. The pot should be white porcelain or glazed earthenware and have a partly serrated edge. It should have a lid that fits loosely inside the pot. If a large pot is used, it should hold a maximum of 310 milliliters, plus or minus 8 ml, and must weigh 200 g, plus or minus 10 g. If a small pot is used, it should hold a maximum of 150 milliliters, plus or minus 4 ml, and must weigh 118 g, plus or minus 10 g. 2 grams of tea, measured to plus or minus 2% accuracy, per 100 milliliters boiling water is placed into the pot. Freshly boiling water is poured into the pot to within 4 to 6 millimeters of the brim. Allow 20 seconds for water to cool. The water should be similar to the drinking water where the tea will be consumed. Brewing time is 6 minutes. The brewed tea is then poured into a white porcelain or glazed earthenware bowl. If a large bowl is used, it must have a capacity of 380 milliliters and weigh 200 g, plus or minus 20 g. If a small bowl is used, it must have a capacity of 200 milliliters and weigh 105 g, plus or minus 20 g. If the test involves milk, then it is added before pouring the infused tea unless that is contrary to the organization's normal practice. If milk is added after the pouring of tea, it is best added when the liquid is between 65 to 80 degrees Celsius. 5 milliliters of milk for the large bowl, or 2.5 milliliters for the small bowl, is used. The protocol has been criticized for omitting any mention of pre-warming the pot. Ireland was the only country to object, and objected on technical grounds. In 2003, the Royal Society of Chemistry published a press release entitled How to Make a Perfect Cup of Tea. Hypertext Coffee Pot Control Protocol. A nice cup of tea. Steeping. Tea tasting, the professional practice of tea sampling for flavor characteristics. Teapot, a traditional vessel for brewing and serving tea.